Over here. Rugby. Hello, Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. Gotta go fast. There's other things I want to talk about. All the Kiwis won except the Hurricanes. One of the teams I thought would go unbeaten. I know nothing. The Force gave the second string Crusaders team some trouble over in New Zealand. They still lost, but they didn't embarrass themselves. I see this as a win. The Reds lost to the Blues in Brisbane. The injury to James O'Connor might have helped the Blues there a little bit, but we'll never know. The Highlanders milked the Waratahs for points like ants milk aphids. They are now second on the log on the back of that icky thought. The Brumbies were back home and finally showed their quality in beating the Hurricanes. Jordie Barrett missed the last-minute penalty to hand them the game. Still, ants do farm and milk aphids for honeydew. Finally, on Sunday, the Chiefs wasted the Rebels. They did give the Melburnians a lot of points though, probably because they're out of the comp and they just fancied a bit of a chuckabout. Rainbow, cool! So, the Bulls beat the Stormers in Pretoria in a fairly high-quality game with a very last-second try. Was a great ending. Wish there was a crowd. None of it mattered though, because that titan of South African rugby, Dwayne Vermeulen, injured his ankle and had to leave the field. This is not good. Thor is the embodiment of Springbok rugby physicality. Few people in the world are as dangerous to other people's skeletons on the kick return, and he is very good at slowing the ball down at the ruck, without conceding penalties either. Please, great old ones, heal him! Also, my Lions lost to the Sharks in Joburg, partly due to poor discipline and Makazole Mapimpi balling so hard it hurts. Good to see you back in SA, Makazolo. F4 for making my team look so bad. Okay, other housekeeping before we move on to the big news. Sinkler's in at the expense of poor Andrew Porter. Sorry, my man. Next time, hopefully. Apparently, Bristol coach Pat Lam made people angry. Not sure why, I haven't watched the video. The Zimbabwe Sables announced their new jersey. Looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, Damien the Islander and Argeus Snyman embarrassed not only themselves, but the whole of South Africa by somehow burning themselves in a fire pit accident over the weekend. Okay boys, I hope you're okay and you can still play in the Lions series. But when you get to South Africa, please hand in your braai license at the airport. Nee Owens. Nee. Sis. And now, Springboks watch! Yay! It has happened. The Springbok squad was finally announced on Saturday on television. Without much rambling or build-up either. I was wrong again. I know nothing. Nothing! So, let's have a look to see who made it in. In the front row, the Beast and Smiley Brits have retired. So in their place, we've got Joseph Dweba, Skara and Tubeni as hookers and Oxenchair as a prop. The rest of the guys are pretty much regulars. I don't want to sound blasé. The Springbok front row is still basically made up of kaiju. Now, I'm really excited for Dweba and Oxenchair. They are both players with great basics and some X-factor as well. The guy who can count himself most unlucky is probably Akke van der Merwe. He's been great for sale. For sale, like the koop. Now, if all the locks selected for the squad are fit and ready to play, then my apologies to the opposition hookers. How are the Springboks blessed with this many second rowers? We have Eben, Roostie Snyman, Luet and Franco Mostert in the team. It's basically cheating. Newbie Niku and journeyman Ori are probably not getting much of a look in. Is this real? This is who we get to pick from for the back row. Marcel Coetzee, Pro 14 Player of the Year, Ulster legend, multiple cap Springbok and absolute brick shithouse, didn't even make the squad. The back row options for South Africa reads like a who's who of aggravated assault suspects. Sia, Pieter-Steph and Dwayne have backups in both the mad Dupree brothers and walking temper tantrum Jasper Wiese. It is awesome. Coach Nienaber can chop and change the back row to his heart's content and we will be a-okay. Number 9. How about 3 World Cup winners in Faf, Reinach and Jantjies? That do it for you? I could sprinkle in the bullet pass of Nahamba and his sniping runs. We should really appreciate what we have in these players. South Africa had a serious number 9 drought a couple years ago. Oh look! We have a fly-off drought right now. Mr. Cool, Handré Pollard is back and playing well. And I will always love Jantjies. I don't care what anyone says. And Morne Steyn is back. He's the man who won us the series in 2009. He's ancient and playing great rugby. Let him in! In the centres, we have the coolest man in rugby, Lucanio Am, at 13. He's partnered by Human Tank, the Islander, at 12. Unless the Islanders burnt himself to a crisp. Again, someone put babysitters or helmets on these boys. They're acting like lemmings, just running off cliffs. Another old man in France, Steyn, is back, but he's mostly there as utility cover. And then we have team regular Jesse Creel as well. Finally, my man, Wandisile Similani, is there at 13. Probably won't play in the test squad, but I'm ready for him to play international rugby. May he have a long career as a Springbok. The outside backs? Why, only a certain Mr. Cheslin Colby, maybe the most dangerous back in world rugby right now. He's joined by other World Cup winners in Makazole Mapimpi, Sabu Nkosi, Willie Leroux and Damian Willemse. The rookies include Roscoe Speckman, who everyone knows from the Sevens, Jo Penke, who was at the Kings but now is tearing things up for the Sharks, and then Apalele Fassi, the man destined to take over from Leroux. He looks real slick. And that's currently the 46-man Springbok squad. Gigantic. It'll obviously be trimmed down further by Jacques Nienaber's selections, or natural selection if the Islander and RG Snyman are anything to go by. It's so good to have a Springbok squad again. It's been 1 year, 7 months and 6 days since that final was played. We haven't seen our country play since then. The world champs have not played for more than a year. Hopefully this never happens in my lifetime again. And that's also the update for this week. I'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.